Alright, so now, we arrive at that kind of like the mannequin that I'll be using to basically dress up, with a couple different variations on the armor or the fashion or whatever you want to call it, the character design itself. I'll be kind of like overlaying onto this template I made. So I'll end up, kind of making like a few of them. And this will be kind of a fairly loose exploration. I probably won't go into color at this phase, but I'll just kind of get a much more refined idea before I go into the final design. But yeah, as I mentioned before, at this point, if I haven't gotten reference already, now is a perfect opportunity to do that. And I'll just give you a little strategy on how I do and what I do to build reference. On a typical project like this. I recently started going to Pinterest. It's a great way to organize reference. So I just build like a new board and I call it character design or fashion reference. And I can just save or drop images to it. So I necessarily don't need to keep all these stored on my computer. I can just build them all here. And as you can see, I have anything from weird fashion to like post-apocalyptic fashion to sci-fi costumes, and then as well as concept art from the existing genre, pretty much. So just try to build a little everything because basically, I need to be able to study the materials in terms of something like this. How does that texture work? And I have stuff like something like this or even like this, just to study the different shapes and the forms languages. And it helps kind of understand what's a cohesive design because see they have like repeating design motifs throughout the character. Like there's these like triangles here with circles and the woven patterns, and that's something found throughout the character. So basically, the top half looks like it matches the bottom half. That's important when you're trying to build a cohesive character, and yeah, so stuff like that's important. And also, if I'm making a piece of concept art, something something like this, it'll be more in line. It's what the competition is anyway. So your concept at least has to kind of be as good or fit in with the rest of the batch to be acceptable. Well, pretty much so. That just serves as a mark to aim for. And that's kind of just how and I Google anything, and it doesn't even have to be right on Pinterest. You can use regular Google and type in fashion, sci-fi design, and stuff like that, and get photographic reference.